Hi guys, welcome back. This is Giaret de la Cruz and we are back with another video. I look so weird right now because I just have my eyebrows and my eyes done. But we're going to be doing a first impressions on the Revlon Color Stay foundation. So this is what the package looked like. And we're going to see how this works, how I like it, my thoughts, and is it worth buying it. I picked mine up at Herman's, and if you guys don't know what that is, it's like a drugstore as well. It's part of Bed Bath & Beyond, but it's Herman's face value. So they sell a lot of travel size products and makeup, and they always have better deals than the drugstore sometimes. So it is out of my way from where I live, so that's why I always go to Rite Aid and CVS. But I was in the area and I went and I stopped and I saw it and I was like, yay! So I'm going to be doing a first impressions and demo, and I'm going to talk about how I feel, what I think of the products, and if I recommend it to people. So I picked up mine in 240 medium beige. So it does come with a concealer right here and the foundation. So I don't know how we're going to feel about the product. It is kind of darker because the light shade, what I thought it was going to be my color, looked too white. So I picked up this one because if anything I can just put on some concealer and brighten up the areas where I think it's dark. So my honest opinion, what I recommend is always try to go with a darker foundation than a lighter foundation, because when you take those pictures, especially with flash, that's when you're going to see like that white cast. So I'd rather get a darker foundation and making it my color with concealer versus a lighter foundation and making it with bronzer, because sometimes even the bronzer just looks like a mask on. So that is my recommendation when you're picking up colors, and obviously it's not open. I don't want to open it for other people to touch, you know. So hopefully it is my color. So I'm going to tell you guys how much I paid for this product. So this product costed, with the foundation and concealer, $12.79, and they had a 20% off going on that I didn't even know when I picked up the product. So it came out to $10.23, so they took away $2.56. So I think that's a really good deal for a drugstore foundation and concealer. Now a lot of people may not like it because it's a difficult way of how to get the concealer, but as you can see, this is like a compact with just a foundation, which I really like and appreciate that they did that. And then this is right here is this little floppy thing with the concealer. So I do like it that it's separate. I thought it was going to be together and I'm going to have to like scoop it in, but I like that it flips open. And then in here has a mirror, which I appreciate, and it has a sponge now, which has a compartment for the sponge. I don't know if I'm going to use the sponge, but I guess if my girls out there who doesn't have brushes, like, would you wet this? It's like a beauty blender. I feel that this will absorb a lot of product, so that's why I'm not going to use this. I can do like a little part of it, but I just think that this wastes products a lot. So especially, as you can see, I have a lot of acne going on, and so this is going to be a different first impressions, because a lot of people that I watch videos, they don't put a primer on because they were like, I want to see the true test of this foundation. But my concept is wear the foundation as if you're going to wear any other foundation. So I already moisturized and primed my face. Well, actually, I'm going to have to prime my face right now. But I already moisturized my face. And I think that's such an essential step when you're doing foundations. Like, it's so important. I'm just going to use my Nivea Sensitive Post Balm Shave. I'm just going to put a little bit of this product on my face. And a lot of people are like, oh, I want to see the real value of this foundation and how long it lasts. But you wear every foundation with the primer, so why wouldn't you see how it lasts with your moisturizer and your primer and all that stuff? So that's what I'm going to do today, because that's how I would know if a product is really good, when I've done all my steps already. So we're just going to let that set for a little bit. So I'm just going to clip this hair back because I hate having hair in my face. Hair back because I hate it being in the way when I'm doing my makeup. Alrighty. Before we start, I just want to talk about the few things that says in the back of the foundation. So Revlon Color Stay 2-in-1 Compact Makeup and Concealer. It's 240 medium beige. All day wear, flawless finish, sweat resistant, applicator and mirror inside. So that's what it's promising to do: all day wear and a flawless finish and sweat resistant. I get really hot. I get like hot flashes. My mom always thinks I'm going through menopause, and I'm like, I'm 25, mom. So I do have a lot of errands to run today, so I'm going to put this foundation on. It is $12.59 right now, so I'm gonna kind of maybe at the end, before I take off my makeup, we're gonna come back on and see how the foundation lasted and if it held up for what it's promising to do. So what I'm gonna do one face with a beauty blender and the other face with a brush. So I'm gonna take this Real Techniques face brush, expert face brush. I did wash my brushes yesterday, so they're all wet right now. So this is like the only one that's really dry, but I like this brush as well. So what I'm gonna do is start on where I have the problem area first. So it is creamy. It looks very creamy. So I just got some on my brush, and like every foundation, I pat. Now, it does look lighter on my face than what the pan looks. It looks a lot darker on the pan, but it looks a lot lighter on my skin. And as you can see, it kind of covered that up very nicely. It looks like it's not a matte finish. It looks very demi, like, yeah. I'm gonna put some more product. I'm just gonna put one layer of this and see how it is. So it kind of covered up that blemish. When you use patting motion, you get the most coverage. So it does look very, very clean compared to this side. It feels wet. It, like, as you can see, like two different shades. I see it. I don't know if if the camera's gonna pick it up, but it looks just very oily. As you can, I don't think this foundation is gonna be very good for my skin tone. I don't think I suggest it for, but we'll see. It hasn't dried yet, so just kind of putting more product to where I need it the most. Now, I'm scared to kind of do it with the beauty blender, just because if I think that this looks wet, imagine with a beauty blender that is moist. And it is a creamier foundation. I don't think I should do it with a sponge, with a wet sponge. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use this little guy here, dry. Aiden, I'm recording to try it with this sponge. I'm just going to take it like this and see. Wow, I do like it better with the sponge, like, surprisingly. I did a lot better with the sponge than with the brush. I like the sponge though because it gets in those creases that a brush wouldn't go. It's like a, you know, it's just very flexible. So that's a good thing with the brush. So because this is it looks very light. I gotta look pale. This is not. We're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. I think I should have gotten a darker. And maybe, I feel like this foundation is really not like true to its color. Because look at that. That looks so dark in the pan compared to my face. Wow. It's so oily. It applied a lot better with the sponge, but I think that this foundation looks really, really shiny and oily. And I don't think it's going to set very nicely. But it's very creamy. Like, as soon as you touch it, I feel like I can move the product. I'm just trying to... I am going to flip the sponge and kind of just take any excess product off my face to avoid any oils. So that is going to be the most product that I'm going to put on my face right now. As you can see, it did cover everything. I'm going to say it's like a medium to full coverage foundation. As you can see, I still see some acne scars peeking through. I like for it to be completely hidden. But that's just my personal preference. But it's good. It's very tacky. I still feel it like it hasn't completely set. But I'm going to move on to the concealer and see if it sets while I finish up the concealer. I am going to use the concealer that comes with it. The only thing that I do know is that people may not like this product just because of the concealer already. Like, Revlon has already decided what concealer goes with this foundation. And a lot of people like this very bright and white and just very out there. So this may not be a product that people may use as an under eye if you are that type of person that likes it bright, because as you can see, it's not as bright as what normal people would use. But for me, it looks fine in the pan, but then it could be completely different on my face. So let's try it. I do think that I am going to be doing one with my finger and then the other with the sponge, just because I just didn't like how the brush applied it at all. And this is more of a dense brush, but I didn't like it. So I'm going to just do one side with my finger. It's going to take my finger. It is uncomfortable to take it out of the product, but we'll see. Oh, this concealer, you need a lot of it. Yeah, it's very white. I don't know how I feel. Let's see. It feels very stiff. Not as creamy as the foundation, but I think I like that in a concealer just because it would stay better under eye. I don't like it as creamy. It is very white though. Just gonna say, I look so pale. This was just a review of the product. It doesn't have to match me for this purpose of the video. I just really wanted to let you know my thoughts on this video. Obviously, I wouldn't be able to use this. I'm just gonna blend this out a little bit with the brush. The sponge, I mean. So that is the difference. With I do see a difference in coverage a little bit. It's not as much coverage. I still see a lot of my freckles, but that's just my personal preference that I like a full coverage foundation. But it's not bad at all. I look very awake and very good. So now I'm going to be using it with the sponge. A lot easier with the sponge. And just highlight where I would normally highlight. I look very white. I look very pale. The foundation has like a pink undertone. The product moves a lot. Like, it's very easy to move. But I'm not a fan of this at all. I'm not a fan. I already told you right now. I am just not a fan. It's just keeps on moving. As soon as I keep on taking the sponge off, it makes the mark of the sponge. And that is because it just doesn't set. So like right now I just moved the sponge. You see the line right there. And it already has made the mark right in between the creases of my nose. I'm not trying to bash this company as well. It just may not be a good product that I personally like. You may like it. You may have your own thoughts on it. And let me know if you guys tried this foundation, what your thoughts are below. So I'm going to finish off this face, and I'll let you know my thoughts when we come back. All right? So I'm back, and I just finished my eyes and my lipstick and setting the concealer. And I used the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in Transparent. And it's hard, like this product never gears me wrong. It's always on point with any concealer that I use, and this one is just creasing like crazy. And I think it's just the Revlon foundation, the concealer, that is just creasing. And so I had to set my whole face with this as well because it's very tacky. It didn't set at all. It's very creamy. I feel that as soon as I rub something on my face, it's going to just take everything off, and I do not like a foundation to do that. That's my personal preference. This is just not my cup of tea. This is just not the foundation or concealer for my preference and for my liking. But so I do not recommend this product for oily skins. Now for drier people, if you have really dry skin, this product may work because it's creamy, it's very glowy, it's very demi, it's a very demi matte finish. It's not completely matte. It doesn't claim to be as well, so it's not like they're lying to you. About the all day wear, for my skin tone, for my skin type, I don't think it's gonna last all day on me. I think it's gonna melt. And the sweat resistant, I don't know how they got the sweat resistant, because the minute I start sweating, I can see this foundation just running down. But then again, let's try for the day, and I'm going to come back with you guys. And I just don't like the foundation, how it lasted, how it just comes on. It just is, I don't know if it's just not my color, but it's not my preference. It's not my favorite foundation. I definitely have better foundations than this. So this is not a product that I will be reaching out for at all. I have like hair on my face. Just because I don't like a product, I'm just testing out the product and giving you my thoughts and my ideas. I am not here to just bash these companies, but it's not my cup of tea. It's not my favorite foundation and concealer. So I am still going to wear the foundation for the day. I'm not going to take it off because it may oxidize. It may look better than what it looks like right now. It's definitely not my skin tone. I needed to go a little darker shade, but besides of the color, the wear of it, I do not like it the way that it applied. It's just the way it set on my face. It's not even setting. It still feels a little tacky, but we'll see. And it is Sunday, so right now it is 1:22 p.m. and so we're going to wear this foundation, and I'm not going to check in throughout the day just because I'm not going to be home. I'm going to go and run some errands and get some groceries, so stuff like that. So it's a perfect day to wear this foundation. It is Sunday, and then we're going to come back at night and see how I like it and how it wore. But right now I'm just not a fan of the foundation, so maybe it'll be better when I get back. Who knows? So, yes. Hey guys, so I'm back. It's 10:25 p.m. So I've been wearing this foundation for about 9 hours, and I just do not like the foundation. I was laying down on my boyfriend when we were watching TV, so the makeup has rubbed off around here. I still do have coverage, but it's just not as when I first came on. Obviously it's been 9 hours, but I did feel the foundation very tacky. I feel like now it doesn't feel that way, but because it's kind of gone away already. So everything kept on going like on my face. Like when the wind was blowing outside, the hair just kept on coming in my face and it was getting stuck to the foundation. So I feel like the foundation just never set. It didn't have a powdery set or anything like that, which I'm not a fan of. I like for the foundation to set without me having to physically set it with a powder sometimes. The concealer though, horrible. I didn't put any eyeliner on, and I think that like the concealer got on my eyelashes and just like brought, like, as you can see, it's like really dark down there, and it's the like the consistency of the concealer with my mascara. So I'm just not a fan of that. Well, it just didn't cover anything. It did like get on my creases of my nose. It just clinged to that area, and I'm just not a fan of the foundation. So if you are drier and you try this foundation, like, let me know what you think. Obviously, my bronzer and my blush has completely worn off. I have a very little color. But if you have tried this foundation, let me know your thoughts down below, and if you guys suggest it if you have dry skin. Because for oily skin, I'm gonna set it right now. It didn't get me oily, but it just kind of like just washed away. Like, I don't know, it's so hard to describe the feeling. Like, maybe from far it looks nice, but like when you get up close and personal, I'm gonna bring you guys in a little bit so you guys can see. It just didn't, like, you see this, like, this is just horrible. I just look a hot mess, honestly, and my foundation really does not look this way at all. Any foundation that I wear. My foundation just does not look like this at all. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys found it helpful for you guys, so that you guys can know what to spend your money on and what not to spend it. Let me know if you guys see anything in the drugstores that you guys want me to pick up and try and do a first impression, and what my thoughts are on the product, because I did go to Ulta and to Herman's, and I picked up some things. So I don't know if I should do a haul tomorrow. But let me know what your thoughts are. I'm going to try to post this video today. It is Sunday, but I do have work and school tomorrow, so I have to edit. But let me know what you thought about this foundation, and if you guys like it, because I just did not. But yeah, it's not my cup of tea, as I've said a lot of times in this video. But let me know what you guys think, and thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye, guys.